commercial break because your dressing room is right under my dressing room. And when he got here today, you were, I guess, blowing out the vocal cords, singing as loud as he could, coming right up to the floor into my dressing room. No, you know what I did? I sat on the floor and listened. It's so beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
Do you do that every time before you perform? Just sing?
I try to. It's kind of like cobwebs, you know, get in there if you haven't sung, especially early kind of in the morning.
So,
and I didn't have my tea and honey, and I didn't have my thermos. Andy, where are you?
Thanks for noticing that, by the way.
No, blow it out for him just once quick.
Oh, I don't know what I was doing. I was just singing. I was just screaming.
Well,
it's not very pretty.
To the sky and do it.
It would hurt. It would hurt everyone. I don't know. I was just singing. I think I was just singing the chorus of that song or something.
I don't know. It was great. It was fantastic.
All right, well, tell us how you ended up on the soundtrack there. This is a Robert Duvall movie, which is a big hit.
An amazing story. I had actually called my booking agent, or been talking to him 4 or 5, 6 months before this, and said, you know, one thing someday I'd love to do is have a song in a movie soundtrack. If ever there were a movie that came along that I felt like I could kind of be a part of, because there's a lot of stuff in movies these days I'm thinking, I don't know that I really would want to associate my name and all of that with, but he called me and said, there's a movie that Robert Duvall is starring in. He's written, he's directed, he's spent 13 years like putting it together and researching. And he said, I really think you'd be inspired by it and moved by it. I'd like for you to see it and see if it inspires a song. And I got a chance to see the movie, was just blown away. And
Is this before the soundtrack was actually put together?
Yeah, they were putting the soundtrack together. What they do is they get a lot of artists together that they kind of think might connect with this, and said, what do you think? Do you get inspired? Is there a song in here for you?
Really?
And so we put the music together, and they said, we're going to put 3 songs in the movie. Other than, there's a lot of singing in the movie, but it's a lot of choir singing and that kind of thing, because it's, you know, in churches all in the South and that kind of thing. But they said, we're going to try to put 2 or 3 songs in the movie from the soundtrack, and then the rest of it will just be songs inspired by the movie kind of thing on the soundtrack. And I ended up getting one of the, 2 spots, and really it actually ended up being the only original song in the soundtrack. Everything else is old hymns and stuff re-recorded. So
good for you.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very fun. Neat thing.
Well, you inspire me. I did not know that your former high school is the one where not long ago that student went in and gunned down some of his fellow classmates.
Heath High School.
Yeah, Heath High School. This is in Paducah. And so you've been back there to help these people heal. And well, what are you doing with them?
Well, I went back. Actually, I had just come home from Paducah from Thanksgiving break. I'd been with my family there, my wife and 3 kids, and I came home, got home Sunday night late. Monday morning, my dad called to say, did you make it home? And by the way, you'll never believe it's just happened like an hour ago, and he was telling me.
Wow.
And so my wife and I got in the car, headed back to Paducah, because he said, I already know of people talking about they're going to have some prayer groups tonight meeting and that kind of thing. So I went back and just went from different group to group and kind of sang a song of encouragement and told them I'd be praying with them and for them. And came back, I was asked to sing at the funerals for the 3 girls. They did a combined funeral for the 3 girls who were killed. And they were, one of the girls, a friend of hers told me prior to the funeral that she had said one of her dreams someday was to meet Curtis Chapman.
Oh, my.
She really wanted to meet me and thank me for my music. So when I was asked to sing at the funerals, I felt like that was one of the gifts I could give to.
Well, exactly, because it meant so much for them, for you to be there, because of course you grew up there, you went to school there from time you started school all through high school. So that was
And you're going back in May, are you?
I am. Yeah, I'm going back May 15th. I'm going to do a memorial concert. We're calling it a celebration of hope, a concert of hope. And so yeah, it just. Like I said, actually, even then, I said, I feel like I want to do something, but I don't know what, and I guess the best thing I could do would be to go back and really just give the gift of a concert to the community. It's at my high school football field. I used to march in the marching band on this football field. It's the first time I've played there, so it'll be a neat time for us.
Well, over the years, I mean, your music has inspired so many. As a matter of fact, I thought to myself, I saw where you had a greatest hits album coming out, and I said, is this his first? Because, I mean, after all, you've won 32 Dove Awards. You're up for 9 more this week. My goodness. So your greatest hits album, is this a big stepping stone for you?
It is. It's, I mean, greatest hits are kind of sort of scary at times for an artist, because you're thinking, does this mean they're putting me out to pasture? It's kind of like,
is that all it is?
Oh, boy. But for me, it really was sort of wonderful opportunity to look back. It's 10 years. It's kind of commemorating 10 years of music and ministry and all of that. And it's an amazing 10 years. I was just looking back even recently, thinking through the process, and it's hard for me to believe it's actually been, 10 years. It's gone by so quickly.
Well, isn't there a video, too, that chronicles your life called The Walk?
Called The Walk. And I went to Abbey Road Studios in London, England, recorded some acoustic versions of some of my songs, and got my grandma in there and my grandpa, and I went back to Paducah and showed where I grew up. It was really fun.
We remember when you started, and some people may go back further than that. You were at Opryland. You were a performer out there,
I was.
And you weren't exactly a singer in every case, right? What'd you do?
Oh, we really have to talk about
that. Yes, we do.
Okay, all right.
That was very sweet.
I guess we
think
have
it's very
to.
sweet.
What'd you do?
I wanted to be a guitar player at Opryland, and I went to audition as a guitar player. And my older brother, who really is the singer of the two of us, he auditioned as a singer, and I played for him and accompanied him. And I really blew my audition as a guitar player. So they said, well, do you sing too? And I said, yeah, sort of. So I sang a song. They hired both of us and said, okay, we're going to teach you to clog, and you're going to sing and dance in a show. And I said, you don't understand. You will not teach me how to dance, because I do not know how to dance.
You clog? Do we have some music?
If you
fire up the music.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Stephen. Fire it up. Come on. Come on. Come on. As we go to
Do I have to?
As we go to break, yes.
All right, I'm only doing this for Charlie.
Okay. He's up for 9 double awards. For singing and picking, not necessarily dancing. We wish him the best. Stephen Curtis Chapman, everybody.